So yeah, enjoy the show. Yeah. So week 8, New Orleans, Saints road to Atlanta, and 6-1, and hopefully go 7-1.
Oh
yeah. And so we'll start with the Pelicans. Pelicans were very good. Not very good last night. Pretty bad for about 95% of the game. A win. And in the NBA, you can't fault a W for a W. Whether it's bad, ugly, perfect, like the first two basically were. But it was a good win and the couple years, so if the way they've been playing when I went to the game on Tuesday against the Clippers and last night against the Nets, they're going to lose tonight. Donovan Mitchell, who was a rookie last year, Rudy Gobert, a couple other players on their team, they're really good. Utah team. And we lost. We were on the losing end. We were below them in the standings last year. And it wasn't good. Wasn't pretty games. I don't know if we won any of them, but the Pelicans have a lot of work to do. Injury related. Elfrid Payton had cramps last night. That's why he didn't come back in the fourth period. So it's great that it was only cramps, and we will see him tonight. So Drew Holiday doesn't have to play the point guard 35 minutes out of 48 for the game. So, yeah, it's great to see that. But I think the Pelicans can win. Will they? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. And let's move right along to the NFL, what I primarily talk about. No college football today. LSU's off, so we're not going to talk about that. We'll talk about them on Wednesday. Getting ready for Bama. Can't wait. But moving on to the NFL, Saints-Vikings injury report today. We have a couple of players out for the Vikings. Xavier Woods did not practice. He is ruled questionable for Sunday. He has a foot injury. I saw something on Twitter that he's not going to probably play because it's not likely he'll play. He's still got the limp. We'll just have to wait and see. But Andrew Sendigo did not practice. He's ruled out for Sunday with a groin injury. And that's a safety. And wide receiver Brandon Zolstra has a neck. He was full practice, so he'll probably play. Saints injury report. We all know about Jamon Bushron, non-injury related, full practice. Jocelyn Rebus, if you didn't hear, he was put on injury reserve early this week, so he'll be out probably the remainder of the season. Excuse me. Defensive end, Mitchell Owen, neck, did not practice. He's ruled out for Sunday. The Vikings are rolling back in the thick of the NFC North race with Rodgers hurt and Green Bay not doing too well. I'll give more when I go through my NFL pick'ems this week of what's going to happen there in that game, and I'll give you my preview and this week's NFL pick'ems for all of the games playing this week. We already had Miami Dolphins and Houston Texans. As we all know, Houston's were 4-3, winners of 4 straight, and they did win convincingly, and they're 5-3 right now. Philadelphia -3. I like this because Jacksonville's defense isn't the defense of last year, and Blake Bortles is going to be your starting quarterback, but he's on a very, very short leash, and he may even get pulled in this game again. I don't think Blake Bortles is the answer, and I got Philly winning by 7. Next, we have all your 1 p.m. No, he did play New England. I think Chicago's going to win by 7. Next, we have a very good matchup. Denver Broncos defense Von Miller versus Pat Mahomes, and Kansas City by 2 scores, either 10 or 14. Kansas City's kind of on a roll right now. Their offense looks great, and they are very good, almost a lock to win the end of AFC. So I think Kansas City is going to win this game. Next, we have Cleveland Browns and Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh's -8 in this game. That's a good bet. Pittsburgh's going to win by at least 7 or 10 points in that game, maybe more. Next, we have your Baltimore Ravens at Carolina Panthers. Baltimore is a -2. They are a favorite against Carolina. I'm not surprised. Baltimore gave us fits last week. Carolina's got a tough task. Andy Dalton looks pretty good this year. I think they'll win by at least 7 or 10 points. So Tampa Bay's going to lose and still be second to last in the division. Next we have Seattle at Detroit. Detroit's a -3, and I think the Seahawks only 14, at least 2 scores. This game is over before it's even gotten started. Oh, the OBJ is in the locker room going crazy, blaming everybody but himself. So I got the Washington Redskins by 7 or 10. And next we have your 4 o'clock and 4:25 Eastern Time games. Indianapolis Colts at Oakland Raiders. Indy's a -3. If it was me, I wouldn't bet this game. This game's going up and down. It depends on how Andrew Luck plays, and it depends on how Derek Carr plays. I don't like this pick, but if I had to pick somebody, it'd be the Indianapolis Colts, because the Oakland Raiders are not looking good, and I don't like what John Gruden's doing, trading away everybody. So maybe it'll work out in the future. They are tanking, if you want to call it that. So I got the Colts by 3 or 7. Green Bay Packers at Los Angeles Rams. Los Angeles is a -9 favorite. But if Green Bay's Aaron Rodgers has a 2 or 3, 4 touchdown game and they're running the ball good, they can keep up with them for 4 quarters, but they're not going to close it out. The Rams are just that good on defense, and they are so good on offense that even losing Cooper Kupp is not going to hurt them. It's going to be a great matchup. I got the Rams by about 10 or 14, 2 scores. San Francisco 49ers at Arizona, going in downward spiral. Peterson wants to get traded, so I don't know where they're going. I wouldn't pick this game. I don't know who to pick. If I had to pick somebody, it would be Arizona, just because San Francisco has a no-name quarterback. At least Arizona has a rookie that's okay. And is favored by 13.5. Yeah, why not favor him by 20 or 30? This game is over before it got started, too. New England's winning by at least 14 or more. I'm sorry. That game's done. We have New Orleans Saints and Minnesota Vikings on NBC. Minnesota's -1 just because they're at home, but I think the Saints can keep up with them. The Saints' offense will score points, and Kirk Cousins is going to have a game like he did when he was at Washington last year against the Saints in the Dome. Drew Brees just had a 22-point comeback in the 4th quarter to win that game. So I don't think it'll be that bad this year, but I do think it'll be a close game. Maybe the Saints win by 7 or 3. It won't be a double-digit game. It won't be a 2-score game. It will be a 1-score game, just like Baltimore was. I know that Minnesota is down some starters on defense. That does help out a lot. So we'll just have to wait and see how that affects their defense and how the Saints can work on that and take that to their advantage. Maybe they don't run, they are running the ball very well with Taysom Hill helping out a little bit at the quarterback spot, doing the RPOs. You got Alvin Kamara doing okay. You got all kinds of guys mixing in. Mark Ingram's back running pretty well. And Drew Brees is throwing the ball unbelievably right now. So I think the offense will keep up with the playbook to where he can play on Sunday. How much will it be? Will it even be half of a game and down? On the injury report for the Saints-Rams game and preview LSU and Bama. Number 4 LSU versus number 1 Bama in Tiger Stadium. This game's going to be intense. You don't want to miss. It's going to be just like the Georgia game, intense. If we win, we're going to storm the field. This game's the season. So please check out my preview of that game, and we'll have some fun on Wednesday. So until next week, please hit that subscribe button so I can get some more subscribers, hopefully. Hit that like button if you like this video. Also, hit that notification button so you know when I go live around 8:30 p.m. Central Time on Wednesdays and around 3:30 p.m. Central Time on Saturdays